this shit exclusive. I am your host, Alicia Kinshay, and I have another very special guest with me. I'll let him introduce himself.
What's good, everyone? It's Cloud or Asante, cinematographer, videographer, photographer.
Big shot, all that.
Word.
Okay, so your company, Cloud9 Visuals, you got it on your shirt. Tell us a little bit about that.
Oh yeah, it was a Christmas gift. But yeah, Cloud9 Visuals. That's really everything. This is my logo. That's my son, by the way. I took this picture of him. He had his toy camera. He was ducking down. So I was like, bro, that's my logo for life. But no, Cloud9 Visuals is my videography, cinematography business where I do film, short film, series, promo video, commercials, pretty much everything really that can be done with a camera.
I see that you're making an imprint right now, though, on the fashion world. Seems like a little bit.
Oh yeah. Well, I'm trying to photography wise, I don't want to say it got boring, but I just want to be creative. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's not like I want to be here for, oh, okay, it's you and your son, sit here next to a tree or on a backdrop and I'm going to charge you out the ass for some prints. Like,
Yeah.
you know, so I start gravitating more towards fashion editorials. Because, you know, you can go outside, you can do different things. You're working with different designers, makeup artists, models. And yeah, it really started from how I really got into all of this was, you know, of course, Cloud9 Designs. And I started taking my own pictures and, you know, people start hiring me to do theirs. You know what I mean? So I pretty much started doing fashion, you know, editorials, if you want to call it that. And that's kind of where I want to specialize in. And that's where I went with my magazine and everything like that. But I'm sure we'll get into that later. So it just boils down to I love that lane because you're allowed to be as creative as you can in every aspect. So it's pretty dope.
So I know you used to do a little bit more film in the music industry. So what steered you away from doing basically working with those type of clients?
Okay, Charlamagne.
You can be as honest as you want to be.
Oh, it's not about not being honest. You know, you got to put your PC glasses on. Well, to put a long story short, you kind of want to go from one lake. You know, you in one lake. You know what I mean, and you grow so much as you can in that lake. And, you know, like snakes, if you keep it in a certain container, it'll never grow outside of what's the maximum growth it can be and still be comfortable in that container.
Right.
So you got to get a bigger container. So you got to go into a bigger lake. And so when you go to a bigger lake, you can't really bring all the fish you were swimming with in that smaller lake to that newer lake.
Mm-hmm.
And it's not so much as saying, all right, well, thank you, screw you. It's more so that lake is a mindset. Mm-hmm. Is what I'm getting to.
Yeah.
And so you can't, once you want to get to a different mindset, a different playing field, you know, everything got to come up with it. And you know, and that's including who you work with, that's including your price, and that's including how you go about things. And so I just found myself getting into a place where it was like, and I'm sure, you know, a lot of other entrepreneurs can relate to where you're no longer running your business. Like, your business is running you.
Mm-hmm.
And when you're doing your own business, you're doing what you love, your passion. You know what I'm saying? Like they say, you do what you love, you never work a day in your life. And it was just people that were, you just I got to a point where I was surrounded by people that were underpaying and over demanding.
Yeah.
You late on money, but you want me on time. You know what I'm saying? And then you want a million changes, and then it's like I'm supposed to just sit all day at my computer for you, your one person. And if I could talk to you in the morning, I could talk to you in the afternoon. If you call me in the evening and I don't answer, that communication messed up. You know what I'm saying? Like it's, you know what I mean. Then it's like, our people. The first time we in a working environment and some don't, bro, I don't get paid enough for it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So I found myself in that type of situation, and one day I was, working on the computer, and I was just like, damn, this ain't even fun. And I paused, and I was like, damn, this ain't fun. You know what I'm saying? Like this ain't fun. You know what I'm saying? I really had to sit back and really meditate on that. So yeah, I was very well blessed, through 2020. Like 2020 was crazy. Took, some of my biggest L's and some of my biggest W's, but I put myself in a position to where everything would be elevated. You know what I'm saying? My protocol, my state of mind. You know what I mean? I have a mentor, and he was just like, bro, just raise your price. He's like, you already not charging enough, and then you discount what you're charging because, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And then you go through he's like, just raise your prices. You know what I'm saying? He said it might be a little slow moment, but he said, it'd be better to get 2,000 3 times a month than deal with 500, you know what I'm saying, 6 times a month,
right.
You know what I'm saying, or more, and then it's this headache, and then, you know what I mean? And so I was like, you know what? But I don't want to raise my price and not raise my situation. Mm-hmm. So that's what I did. You know what I mean? I went from a Sony situation to a Blackmagic setup. Got some lights, things like that, and that's where I'm going. Because what's crazy, I read this post and it was so true. It was a guy, he do videography. He was like, my $6,000 clients, easy. No headache, no complaints. What I need, they give it to me. Boom, boom, boom. My $600 clients. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that's real.
And I was like, bro, that's probably
the
realest. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
The realest. Everybody wants you to understand them when it comes to why they can't pay on time, why they can't pay this, why they can reschedule but don't get charged. But the moment, oh no, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. Oh, it's the end of the world. So it's just like, it's crazy. You feel me? It's just crazy. So just really changing the whole format of how I do things. Now I want to work with 2 or 3 people a month. You know what I mean? And then work on my projects. I got a few things up my sleeve. I'll be releasing a network soon in the near future. So, I want to get to the point where I'm not really worried about clients. Yeah. You know what I mean? Is making my own content and getting paid for it.
Yeah.
And being able to pay actors and actresses and, who's working with me. So that's the route that I'm going because...
Well, how do you deal with difficult clients? I want to talk about dealing with 2 types of difficult clients. One would be the ones where you talk about where you have to follow behind them to get certain things, whether it be payment or whatever. And then also difficult clients where you may show up to a set and they hire you for some type of video or some type of content, but they're not giving you what you need as far as video footage.
It's hard. There's no real one answer because every for instance, I do weddings sometimes. I was at one wedding where I got a $1,500 camera in my hand, but everybody feel like your camera phone is more important than what I got going on. So you got one client where if I be like, yo, I need y'all to get out the way, I need to take this picture, I'm being rude to her guests, I'm unprofessional, woo woo.
Yeah.
So then, boom, I'm at another client, same situation. So I allowed the person who's kind of running things, I'm letting them know, like, yo, you know, woo, woo. So of course it affected what pictures I could take. Pictures came out dope, but it affected some. Well, you should have told them to get out your. So I, as the photographer, should have told you. You know what I'm saying? You're right there. You see me seeing me having a hard time with your family.
Right.
But I should have. So it's like one person's you're rude and disrespectful is one person's you should have.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So it's like, and for whatever reason, it always feels like you make the wrong decision. You know what I'm saying? Like you completely. So it's kind of just learning the woosah.
Yeah.
And kind of let them have it.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Just give me my money. Here go your shit. Here go your, you know, and let me slide. But then you got something, like you said, you got some clients who arrive and they just not ready. And they just, and it's like, it's cool. We running on time. You know what I'm saying? But then at the same time, it's not cool because if I was, a lot of clients understand, if I schedule you from 12 to 4, I might have something to do at 6.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? I have clients, bro, we'll be from 12 to 4. They'll show up at 2 o'clock. They want to get their makeup done on set. So that's like an hour. And then they ready to shoot an hour before it's cut time.
Yeah.
Now, in their mind, if I be at cut time, I'll be like, well, then I'm wrong. We ain't. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I'm supposed to just, oh, okay, that's cool. And then if I chart, well, you know, we went over it. Oh, there you know, man.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So it's, I mean, I just, you know, it just becomes a headache all around. Like, I really wish one day I get to the point where I just have somebody like you deal with all that.
Yeah.
I got a camera.
Yeah.
That's it. You know what I'm saying? I got the camera. That's it.
So what are some things that the normal person may not know that photographers and videographers hate that people do on set?
Oh my God, it's so much. It's so much. I mean, it really is. Again, feeling like your phone is more important than the camera. Phones going off if we're doing videography when we've clearly said all phones silent or whatever.
Right.
Gosh, so much I don't even know which ones to say. Like, I hate chewing. Oh my God, I did a commercial. Shout out to the homie Trey Vodka. We sip Trey. Shout out to the homie. I did a commercial for him, and it was so dope. Second official commercial I was shooting with my Blackmagic setup. And it's only me with 3 cameras, you know. So I'm back and forth, so some things I don't catch. It's this one model chewing gum the entire situation. She in all but 1 camera, so she in 2 frames. The whole time, and I'm pissed because I literally can't, you know what I'm saying, unless I crop, and then it's like you lose quality. But it was just like, bro, the whole time. Like, that was some good ass gum, bro. Like, I'm talking about hard, like super. So it'd be small or okay. As a cinematographer on set, you're using cameras, you know, like the Blackmagic cameras. Mm-hmm. The files are super huge. Mm-hmm. The battery run out super fast unless you got a power pack, but still. Then you got audio. All cameras can be going. All right, boom, boom, camera, ABC going, boom. Let's go. And then they bullshit for a few minutes before we actually get like that. Yeah. That, you know what I'm saying? As the filmmaker, it pisses you off. Then as the editor, because as an editor, what people don't understand is because they really just feel like I see you with the camera for 4 hours. That's all you do. Yeah. And magically, my edited version is gonna come. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. You have to sit and listen to everything. You have to watch every clip, every second, every moment from everything. Yeah. Because you got to figure out syncing the audio, because the audio is separate. You know what I mean? So I got to sync the audio to each camera. Then I got to stack them and see which moment from each camera is the best. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So it's a lot. So if y'all bullshitted for 5 minutes and 30 seconds, I had to listen to all 5 minutes and 30 seconds to see when you say action.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But y'all cool. But why? Damn. So, but why you need an extra day? You told me it was gonna be Wednesday. You know what I'm saying? Like, bruh. So you just be like, you know, you just gotta. I don't know. 420, Lord. Cause, man. So that's why, you know. So I just want to remove that headache from me and my business. I really want to remove myself from the client situation. I want to just my productions between my magazine and my fashion festival and my network, you know, and just pushing out my own productions, hitting up these film festivals and things like that. Just that's why I don't even do graphic design, period, like at all, like, because that's just a headache. It's a super headache. The problem is a lot of people hire artists in any form. But, you know, me personally speaking from production or photography or graphic design, a lot of people, please do research into what you're hiring someone to do. Because a lot of people have no idea what goes into what they hiring somebody for.
Yeah.
So they have this thought process in their mind of how it should be, how long it should take.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah. And then you way off.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? You way off. So now you frustrated because you don't understand.
Yeah, they probably just feel like you just uploaded to the computer.
Right. I mean, you know what I'm saying? Like they don't get it. Like I had to show one of my other clients, like, okay, I did the Black Magics. I used all 3 of them. Well, what I did with that particular client, each memory card had 400 gigabytes of footage. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. And
then audio. So I got to load all that up. Then when I go to edit it, all of that has to come up, and then you got to render.
Right.
Like, but you don't get that. You just I mean, I got what they call iMovie on my iPad. It don't take all that. You know what I'm saying? But you want movie. But they'll do all that. But I need cinematic quality. And then I need the drone, and I need 18K. And but I got 150. What you get? You know what I'm saying? Like
150.
You know, so it's just like, bro, it's not even. It's just, you know, all money ain't good money.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, all money ain't good money. So I'm trying to get away from the client situation. I'm sick of it.
I feel you. So I know you have quite a bit out on YouTube right now that's already out and that you're working on. So tell us about what you're working on as far as that.
Well, shout out to a man. Ooh, I'm horrible with names, so damn. First of all, shout out to Asante Halls, a brilliant writer, director, producer, actor. So honestly, when it comes to that bigger lake that I was telling you about, Asante was one of the first big fish in that lake who said, "Come on, I'll try you on." Also, shout out to Q and Kiera, actor, actress. Q's also a rapper. I work with them a lot, and they were stars of a series that Asante had going on, and they was, you know, telling him about me and telling me about him. So as lucky for me, season 2 of this show they was working on, Black on Both Sides. You know, there was an opening for DP. Q and Kiera put me on with Asante. He brought me on. So that was the first time. Like, I've done a couple of short films. I've done some music videos. But as far as, like, you know, we need you for 8 episodes a whole season. You're going to be the gaffer, which is light, the audio, the cinematographer, and you're going to edit. You know what I'm saying? Ooh. And it was exciting because I was like, this is it. This is it. You feel me? Like this is what I said I wanted to do. Now this is get up or shut up. You feel me?
Right.
Put up or shut up. So it was like, and man, and I'm my own worst critic, so I sit here and tear that shit down. Yeah. Creative criticism type. But it came out magnificent. And again, shout out, he's a dope writer and director the actors and actresses. You have Shell, Purcell. Sorry if I said that wrong. You got Julian. You got Scott. Tony. I'm sorry I'm not good with names, so I definitely don't know their last names. But check it out. Black on Both Sides. It's on Seeka TV. That's SEEKA.TV. But yeah, it came out really good, and so I was also brought on. It was an LGBT reality show going on, and I was brought on as a videographer. And at this point, I was working with my Sonys, and I became one of the main videographers. And I grabbed a couple more Sonys. Like, I pretty much came in these situations like, okay, what they got going on. You know, I studied it. What is he using? Oh, he got that type of lav mic. He got that type of gimbal. Oh, okay. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So, and I started, like, pretty much the money I was getting, I paid whatever bill I had, and it was straight to I'm just grabbing equipment. You feel me? And because I want to make it to where you come to me, you ain't got to go nowhere else. Yeah. I'm coming with we just need a body, if anything. Yeah. So they brought me on to a second production they was working on, and then a third. So at one point, pretty much all of last year, I was shooting 3 reality shows, and they were all LGBT. The whole cast of each show. It was a dope experience. So between doing that and then shooting Black on Both Sides at the same time, it was crazy. So the first weekend I'm shooting Black on Both Sides, and Lange comes to me and say, "Yo, I got an opportunity to shoot another show that I pitched for another network." He was like, "I'm gonna let you know what's going on, see how you move." And the next day he came to me, boom, he go to deposit. We shooting it, and I was like, "Bro, see,
yeah, how simple it is. It can be.
Oh man, I just wanted to hug that brother, like, you know what I'm saying?" Yeah. So yeah, that's Silver and Gold. We haven't started shooting that yet. Well, actually, we did. We shot 1 episode, but it was with my Sony setup, and like I said, I just took it up a notch. So I appreciate the brother. It's not even about it's gonna charge you a little bit. So I was like, listen, if you're down, we go upgrade everything and let's just reshoot the episode, can all match. And he was down, you know what I'm saying? So we're going to start that in about the next month or two. We're going to start production on that by March. Shout out to Tamir the model. So as far as my magazine goes, I'm starting a few productions where I want to get a production from each aspect, from each perspective. So from a designer, from a makeup artist, from a hairstylist, etc. So Tamir, he's the model aspect. So we have a show with him called Fashion Captain. And he's basically getting prepped for an editorial with my magazine each episode. He goes to a designer or a stylist. Like one episode they go to a thrift store and they find an outfit. It gets customized to him and everything like that. And then he does his editorial. He does his makeup. And, then he does his editorial. So we got that. And then I'm working on another show with Jay Amore. He's a dope designer. So he's going to be the designer aspect. Actually kind of working on 2 shows with him. A show about him building his brand and then also a talk show. These are the things that I'm working on because, like I said, I just want to push my content. So, shout out to Sway, my brother from another mother.
Shout out Sway.
Word. So I'm co-executive producing a show called Cousins. We're about 70% done shooting it. Super dope. So Sway's a producer, director, and writer. Super dope show. It's a black family and a white family. They're related from slavery. They don't know it at this point, but they've always been intermingled and they really don't like each other. And some things come out and there's some drama that unfolds, but you see scenes from both the slavery times and the present day. It's really dope. It's definitely amazing. So shout out to Sway. You'll be seeing more from him. And so right after we're done wrapping up his show, we're going to start on my web series. You know what? I'll break it here. You know what I'm saying? Because I already got everything situated with it.
Okay, exclusive.
Yeah.
Drop some bombs.
I'm really excited about it. It's our take on Freaky Friday.
Oh, that's hard.
So, a black family, a white family. The black man he's prejudiced, and the white man he's racist. That's another story. They have a run-in and they get into it, and then there's an old witch doctor type situation who makes them switch bodies, and so that they can learn to relate to each other, for them to have to switch back. So they're going to go through different things. You know, you're going to have a white man and a black man body getting pulled over by a cop, and a black man and a white man body getting pulled over by a cop. You know what I'm saying?
That sounds hilarious.
Black man and a white man disciplining a white child. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
A white man and a black man body dealing with his child. You got, you know, with us, you got it.
It's a different situation.
you got it. You feel me? So you know, and with that, I just kind of want to. I feel like it's so much. I don't want to get caught up in our pro-blackness that we kind of sound like the other side.
Yeah.
To where it's just like white devil. Like, you know what I'm saying? Sometimes it is about just learning from each other.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like just being able to relate, or just, you know, we not so different, or we are different, and that's interesting where we're different from. You know what I mean? So
yeah, definitely. Because not to cut you off, but like the way we both came from, like more Caucasian, where we grew up at was a lot of Caucasians. Yeah. But one thing that I definitely learned is that a lot of the racism or prejudice would be ignorance. It's not like they don't really. It's not. I don't want to say that they don't really mean it to, but you know, they just literally don't know. Like they really believe what they're saying.
Right. So. And you know, of course, I learned that as well, growing up in Gwinnett once we moved down here, and but that's the beauty of it, because it's just and a lot of my friends that I had that were Caucasian, I learned just as much about them and their culture, you know what I'm saying, and I think that's why I'm able to do and sit in some of the rooms I'm able to now, because you know. You learn to be a chameleon once you've sampled other people and their cultures, and you're open to it, and you're open to their way of thinking, or however it may be, to where you can be comfortable and therefore making them comfortable when y'all in the same room. And that's what I want. You know what I'm saying? And that's really what it's about, because the powers that be, they really stir in that pot. Mm-hmm. And so I feel like as a black filmmaker, I have a platform where I can help, you know what I'm saying, better the situation. You know what I'm saying?
For sure. So you talked a little bit about how your guy, I forgot his name, Alan J. You were talking a little bit about how your guy was the first person from the bigger lake to kind of pull you in and take you under his wing. Right. Yeah. So how important is that to you for to now return the favor or pass the torch to young cinematographers, photographers coming up under you?
So I think it's extremely important. I think you know, especially being I'm a father, you know what I mean. So I think we have a big responsibility on legacy, what we leave behind, and putting that work in now. You know, so we as a people, that's where we lack, I think, the most. Yeah. Being able to go to another lake and reach back and bring us in. And it's funny because when we see other nationalities do it, we get upset. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? If you notice, you go to, you know, I don't really go to the malls and stuff like that no more, but, you know, you go to like Manhattan, I don't know if that's still a thing, you know, Manhattan, and you go to a bunch of those like hip hop urban stores, it's Asian owned. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? It's always, you know, one of the owners behind the counter, and you might got a bad black chick who work. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Right. And that's as close as we get to their money. Yeah. And we get upset. Yeah. You go to they nail salons, it's only them. You know what I'm saying? You go and you get upset. They come in the hood. How you upset at them? Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's what they should be doing. Right. We should be upset with us, man, because we should be doing it. And if you feel like they shouldn't be able to come in our neighborhood and do that, then we shouldn't be giving them our money.
Yeah.
We doing it.
Right.
Like,
they wouldn't be here if we
You feel me? They would not be here if we, you know what I'm saying? And it's crazy because I've heard black women say, I won't go to this black nail tech because she black. Only the agency like so.
That's crazy.
So we got to look at ourselves. You feel me? So it's extremely important to reach back and pull up. You know what I'm saying? Because if we don't do that and make a room for ourselves or a table for ourselves, like we gonna still be in this mental chains. You feel me?
Crabs in the barrel.
Crabs in the barrel. Like exactly. Like you got the crabs in the barrel. You either got to deal with the crab in the barrel mentality, or I have to conform in some way to go into a door. You know what I'm saying? To walk and be a part of this situation that I want to be a part of. And it's like, damn that. Let's make our own situation. Right. Yeah, it might not be right here automatically. You feel me?
Right.
But we'll get there, and then our kids will come and ooh. But everybody don't want to start right here. They just, you feel me? Everyone out for self. So we really got to deal with that first. So that whole pulling back and bringing someone, up with you is to me the most important thing you can do with any platform once you get up. So, and that's the part of my network. That's what I want my network to be for black and minority creators to have a platform,
right?
To showcase our talents and our stories and control our narrative in a more positive light. We ain't got to be thugs, crackheads, gangsters, stuff like that. We ain't got to be slaves all the time. We ain't got to, you know what I'm saying? Or we ain't got to conform, and we can't be too much this, too much that, because this network want. You know what I mean? We can really showcase us. So that is pretty much the goal there, and why that is so important.
You mentioned being a father. How much does that contribute to what you do in your career?
You mean as far as like drive, motivation?
Drive,
it's everything. All right, so I was in prison 5.5, 6 years ago. I found out that I was having a child 2 days before I found out I was going to prison.
Damn.
So now, before I went to prison, we was just starting, Highly Unique Radio. We had just started that based off my clothing line. I was pushing my clothing line heavy. So I thought I had a crazy fire. I thought I did, right? Yeah. Like, we was on it. You feel me? Went to prison, child, got in this little program, which was supposed to be 90 days, but shit was really damn near about 6 months. But I'm thankful to God that I got out in time to see my first my son born. And that fire I thought I had, and I went crazy. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? I went crazy, like tunnel vision crazy. And then my daughter came, and it was like, you know what I'm saying? So it's crazy, like it's crazy the motivation. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes I'll be like, I'm tired. You know what I mean? I'll go in and I see them sleep, and I'm like, you know what I'm saying? I'm gonna sit down.
I can do another hour.
I can throw another hour in. You know what I'm saying? Ooh, I want him. Sometimes I look at his shoes and be like, okay, bro, nah, do something. But you know what I'm saying? But and that's what's so crazy about earlier when you was talking about the whole client situation. Like, I got the same responsibilities you got, bro.
Right.
Probably more.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So it's like,
except for this one pays for mine. It's like,
you feel me? And so it's crazy motivation. It ain't no other type of motivation. You know what I'm saying? That compare really. So yeah, that's my son. So I got my son Junior. He a model. He just started his clothing line called Cool Kids Incorporated. Be on the lookout. My daughter Layla, she just started her line a week ago called Awkward Tees. And then my little princess Shuri. Yes, Shuri, based on the Black Panther's sister. I named her that because of that. Yeah.
Just had to throw that in there.
Yeah, just had to for my you know what I'm saying, fellow nerds and geeks out there. But yeah, that's my everything right there.
How good does it make you feel that you're able to leave something to them, though, now that you have found success in your career?
I mean, that's everything. I remember Ice Cube did an interview, and they asked him like, you know, how do you feel about some of the pushback on, you know, you gave your son the role of the part of Woo Woo, you made your son's route to Hollywood easier than, say, this actor over here that, you know, got it out the mud type. And he was just like, bro, that's y'all, like why did I come this far to make my kid have to start from way back?
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like, that's our mentality. Like, it's when you see them, like, when they start, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
When they come out, they got a trust fund. They, you know what I'm saying? Woo, woo.
Right.
Dad probably put them on
they've been authorized users
since you know what I'm saying, since they was eligible. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, they start straight.
Right. Yeah.
You feel me? Like, why did I go this far to make it stupid? It's the stupidest mentality ever. So that's what it's about, creating generational wealth. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, and I don't knock 9 to 5s, but it's like, you know, unless you invest in it right and do, but it's you know, and if you're in that position to do that, then that's good for you. But most people with 9 to 5s are not. You know, most Americans doing a 9 to 5 are working check to check.
Yeah.
Or got it just enough to say I got a little savings and we go on a vacation here. They're like, it's not about, like, I have a surplus to where I can go get enough stock. Come on, like, when niggas be talking about, like, bro, you gotta really invest in some stock to make money enough to say I'm making. You feel me? Like this ain't no, I brought 2 Disney stock. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, so to be able to have a company where I create things that will have royalties and things like that, where I can have my daughter come on set with me and lay her work on camera, and she'll get credits and royalty as a filmmaker, and, you know, teach them business now and have something set aside for them so that when they turn 18, they can get that. And if it's, see, I'm a logic person, so if they turn 18, they say, I want to go to college, I'd rather take this little bread, I'd rather partner with you or get my own camera and do the, as long as they got logic behind it, cool.
Right. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, cool. You feel me? So I want to put them in the position to where they have options I ain't have.
Right.
If I could start where I am now when I was 22.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So
you were saying you don't mind if they decided they weren't going to go to school and everything like that. Was that the same for you when you were coming up and you told your parents, you know, I'm not going to school no more?
I grew up traditional. Mm-hmm. Very, very old school traditional. That's probably the most PC way to put that. So it was, you know, it was very much you going to college, you know, you graduate, you go to college, get the hell up out my house type of deal. You know what I'm saying? And you get it pumping. But so I did my first year at Albany State, go Rams. Then I came out to Westwood College. Shout out my brother Tate, R.I.P. Tate. He passed away last year. But went to Westwood College for graphic design and everything, visual communication. So, but I didn't finish. It just got to the point where I felt like
I don't need to be in school to do this.
You feel me? Like, I could teach myself. Then there was some BS with the school, so it was just like, it got to the point, it was like, bro, it's not even worth it.
Yeah.
Like, what I want to do and what I'm like.
Yeah.
I'm in here I'm learning European English literature, and I'm paying you $3,000 for what? You know what I'm saying? Yeah. For what, bro? Like, let me take my core classes and get the hell on. Nah, you know what? And then, you know, you can go Google Westwood. They was on some other shit, but I was just, and I think, to be honest with you, I think at that point my parents was like, "You grown." You know what I'm saying? Yeah. But it wasn't it wasn't the most anointing of conversations.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? But it was. But I mean, shit, you grown.
Yeah.
You know, you get a job. You know, you take care of you know, woo woo. So, you know, we always grew up working, hard work, making your own money, da da da. So, you know, it is what it was. And so I was working with my father, but I started my business. Started with shirts. Picked up a camera so I can do my own shirt photography, and got my own shirt printer so I can do my own prints. You know, people started seeing the photography I was doing for myself, hired me for that. Then I did some online classes for photography and learned it. You know, I had a cat see me do my photography I went to high school with. He hit me up one day. He's like, yo, I'm for to graduate film school. When I come to Atlanta, I want to highlight you about starting a production company. You know, do you know what a DP is? I'm like, nah. You know, it's a director of photography, it's a cinematographer, basically. You know, blase, blase, blase. Long story short, we form a group. Didn't really work out. But I did further my aspirations in film on my own. And that's what brought me to today, you know, so... Yeah.
So what advice would you give to young cinematographers, photographers, videographers coming up that they just got their first little camera, but they are determined, like, this is what I want to do?
Don't undersell yourself. Don't undersell yourself. Don't be afraid to charge. And don't get me wrong, I'm talking to myself on this one. Don't be afraid to charge what you need to charge. You know what I'm saying? Because you go stress yourself out worrying about someone that ain't even paying you. You feel me? Like it's not worth it. Study your craft. Shoot, like that, and that was why me and the other group that work. Like, I'm the type of person, like, if I love what I do, so if I'm not doing anything, I want to shoot.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? Some wind blowing in the grass. I don't know, like something.
Yeah,
it's practice. It's getting you ready. You know what I'm saying? So shoot. They thought that was free work, which shoot. You know what I'm saying? Go out and shoot. You know, if you want to be a photographer, find you an up-and-coming model, or just, you know what I mean? Shoot. Keep shooting. Edit. You know, get your fingerprint in editing. You know what I mean? But just shoot, and don't undersell yourself.
Okay. So what else do you have going coming up in the near future?
Pure Chic Fashion Festival. That is my fashion festival that I want to grow into a fashion week, but it'll be the week after 420. But it'd be the weekend after 420. I'm sorry. And then the finale would be the Art Vivant, which is French for live art. That's going to be a pretty dope show, and that would be the official launch of my magazine, LV Fashion Magazine. The website and the promo will be dropping pretty soon. So that's pretty much as far as the photography fashion tip. And on the film tip, we're almost done with Cousins, so that'll be dropping soon. And then I'll start production on my show. And we're going to start production on Silver and Gold pretty soon. Okay. It's like a Black Bunny and Clyde. It's going to be pretty dope.
Oh, that's cool.
So it's going to be a pretty dope project to work on. So, yeah.
That sounds hard. All right, well, let everybody know where they can follow you at.
Okay, so you can follow my magazine at elve.mag on Instagram. That's ELEVE.mag. My cinematography, you can follow that at cloud9.visuals. The number 9, cloud9.visuals. My photography, Cirrus Photography, that's CIRRUSPHOTO GHY. No.
GRAPHY.
No, yeah, hold on. That's we're gonna scratch that. So you can follow Cirrus Photography at CIRRUSPHOTO GRAPHY. I think that's it.
Personal page.
Oh, my personal page. I am Cloud _ the Cirrus. That's IAMCLOUD _ THECIRRUS. It'll be right here.
All right. Thank you so much for coming in.
Oh, thank you for having me. It was a really good conversation.
All right. Tune in next time, y'all. We're out. That was lit.
Yeah, that was some good convo for the 1-2.